What is up, guys? It is Pup, your coach of the Green Bay Drillbers, and today we drafted an absolutely disgusting team for the GWA. Not the low tier league this time, just the regular GWA. So we're going to be playing all this on Wi-Fi. There's a couple special rules for this one. So we have different Terra rules. We can have 4 different Terra captains. One can be 15 points and above and can have 2 Terra types, one of them stab. Then I think 10 through 14, you can have 1 Terra captain that has stab and 2 types. And then below that, you can have 2 Terra captains that point total adds up to 12. And those also have stab and 2 other types. So this is definitely going to be a really fun league. And if you can see from this Pokemon right here, we have a really good first pick. Spoiler alert, going to be a Terra captain as well. So Terra Iron Valiant is going to destroy everything. So if you guys enjoy this, if you guys enjoy it more, hearing my thoughts, like more than an edited version of a draft recap, then just let me know. And I'll continue doing this for the next leagues. But first of all, we're going to have Iron Val here. Iron Valiant is an absolutely monstrous Pokemon. It's rocking base 116 speed down here. Just going to outspeed, obviously, base 100, base 110, which is a lot of the format right now. And there's not too many Pokemon that get above base 116. And spoiler, we have 2 on our team. So Iron Valiant and our other 2 fast Pokemon are just going to be able to outspeed everything and destroy them. We also have 120 special attack and 130 attack. Iron Valiant likes to run special a little bit more than physical, just because Moonblast is so powerful on a special set. But we can run physical. We can run, as you see here, we have Moonblast, Calm Mind, Encore, Close Combat. We can run any sort of spread that we want. We can run Booster Energy to boost our speed, make sure we're outspeeding everything, including Scarfs. Try to be a reverse sweeper. If something comes out and tries to Dragon Dance up on me, that is less than base 116 speed, I can Booster Energy and just destroy it back. So that is my first Pokemon, Terra Captain with Terra's Fairy and Fire. I thought Fire was pretty nice to take care of some of the Steel types. I know we're a fighting type as well, but you know, if we're running special, then Aura Sphere isn't really going to hit that hard. If we have Terra Fire, it's going to be easier to take on, like, you know, a Corviknight if we don't want to run Thunderbolt for it, or like Jirachi, you know, other good Steel types that we face. Next up, we drafted Galarian Slowking. So I thought this was a really good pair with Iron Valiant. Has Chilly Reception, so I can switch out anytime to Iron Val. And so if something comes in and tries to threaten me, and I just switch on to Iron Valiant, I can completely flip the tide and destroy them in one shot. I also get access to Future Sight, a Sludge Bomb, and Ice Beam, and I can probably run like Heavy Duty Boots, rocking a 110 special attack, 110 special defense, and base 95 HP. Makes it really bulky. I can invest in regular defense, I can invest in special defense, I can invest in special attack if I even wanted to. And it's a low speed tier. Means we have a lot of room to work with in between the 116 from Iron Valiant and 30 here. And it means that those Chilly Receptions will always go off last, so I'll be able to get free switches to any Pokemon on my team. We have the ability Regenerator, just so we can regenerate our health. Something that I thought about is that if we click Future Sight and then Chilly Reception and bring in Iron Valiant or any of our other absolute nukes later, then the next turn we're just going to destroy something. You can hit it really hard. It's going to get hit with Future Sight at the end. You can't switch into that. And Iron Valiant, like, takes away the dark types that want to switch in on Future Sight, because we can just hit them with a Moonblast, a Close Combat, you know, whatever we want. So I thought that was a really good pair. Next up, we're going to have Empoleon. Thought I could use one more bulky Pokemon, you know, bulky Steel. It gets Roost in this generation. I am 90% sure. Roost. Yep, there we go. So Roost is great on this thing. Also provides us with a Stealth Rocker. We have Competitive, so people won't want to set up Sticky Webs or run Intimidate on all their Pokemon. That's just a really nice bulky wall. The stats are a lot more evenly distributed. 84 HP, 86 attack, 88 defense, 111 special attack, 101 special defense, and 60 speed. You can really run this however you want. Special wall, physical wall, special sweeper, even physical sweeper. I've ran choice banded Empoleon sets and swept with Aqua Jet before, and it's really powerful. It just depends on what they have, to be honest. So I thought this was a really good pair. Flip Turn can obviously get us back into Valiant, can get us into Slowking if we want just regenerate health, can get us into our other sweepers, which are coming up next. We're going to have Chi-Yu. So I thought that Chi-Yu would be amazing on this team with already 2 forms of like momentum. Beads of Ruin makes it so that I can destroy things on the special side. Don't have any coverage because this is not a Terra Captain. So I just have Dark Pulse, Flamethrower, normal Overheat, Fire Blast. With a Charcoal, this thing will wreck people's days. And base 100 speed is pretty good on this team. A lot of people are going to be forced to Scarf to outrun either the Chi-Yu or my Iron Valiant or the other 2 things on my team that are really fast. So I can either run Scarf Chi-Yu to outrun that, run Specs Chi-Yu just taking a hit and destroying something, or I can wait and just have this come in on slow bulky walls and blow them back in one shot. There's not too many good walls against Chi-Yu, but we do have to face a couple of them in the first couple weeks, which is unfortunate, but after that I know Chi-Yu will put in a lot of work. Next I drafted Regidrago, and we have Regidrago in the PSL, I'm pretty sure, and I think that it is just really good. It makes them need to bring some sort of wall every week. Same with Chi-Yu, but Regidrago can also hit on the special side. It's got base 100 special attack, but it can set up Dragon Dances and hit on the physical side really well as well. It has the ability Dragon Maw. It makes its offensive stat multiplied by 1.5 while using a Dragon type attack. So Dragon Energy or Draco Meteor are just going to destroy things. We also have Earth Power for any steel types that would want to take up my dragon moves, even though nothing really wants to take a Draco. Nice thing about Regidrago is that it has 200 base HP. The defenses are pretty low, but the HP makes up for that. And then it's at 80 speed. So looking at our Pokemon so far, we have 116 with the Iron Valiant, we have 30 with Slowking, 60 with Empoleon, 100 with Chi-Yu, and 80 with Regidrago. So our speed tiers are looking amazing so far, and they just get better before this ends. Let's go on to our next Pokemon. We got Kilowattrel. Kilowattrel is going to be my second Terra Captain. This one cost me 10 points, so it's in that 10 to 14-ish range, whatever the actual rule is. And Kilowattrel looks amazing on this team. It has more momentum, so I can Volt Switch into things. It's better than the Electrode that we have in low tier, because it has Hurricane as well as coverage. I have Volt Absorb, so I can always absorb any electric type attacks. It also has some other really good abilities in Wind Power, so if it gets hit by a wind move, it gains charge. And then has Competitive, which is really good for raising a special attack. So if something brings Intimidate, I could bring Competitive on this thing and just sweep. I am Terra Electric, Water, and Fairy on this thing. So Fairy offensively is very, very good into any other teams. Water is good against breaking down the rock and ground types that are going to want to come in on me. And yeah, I just thought that this was a really, really good bring. It also boosts up our speed to 125, which makes sure it outpaces the base 120s, which you won't see too much. But it'll force things to be scarfed every week, which is going to be really nice for us. Next up, I was using a lot of points, so I thought I need to dip a little bit lower. Grab Golurk. Golurk is really powerful, no guard. You can run Choice Band sets and destroy things with Dynamic Punch, Poltergeist, Stone Edge, Earthquake. Or you can run more bulky. He has base 89 HP with 80 defenses, which is not bad, but it's not great. 124 attack is really what you want to see with this thing. It provides me with another electric immunity besides the Volt Absorb Kilowattrel. And then we have a spin blocker here in case we want to set up rocks. We can just block the spin, block other normal type moves, make sure that we don't get destroyed by those with this thing. That's pretty much all I drafted it for. Next up, we got Thwackey. I thought Thwackey also looked pretty good on this team. Lets us set up Grassy Surge so we can recover things that don't have the greatest recovery normally, like Golurk, like Empoleon if we're not running a Roost, or just if it's a really tough matchup for Empoleon. It can also recover HP on Regidrago, so we can use Dragon Energy better. This thing also gets Woodhammer, U-Turn, Knockoff, and of course, signature Grassy Glide. Grassy Glide with a Life Orb or Choice Band is going to destroy things every week. Doesn't matter that I'm a middle stage. Base 85 attack is really not bad. Be working with like a 70 base power, 55. Well, it's pretty much 70 with grassy terrain. I get priority on it. So this is perfect. It has knockoff, so I can knock off anyone's items and just chip down stuff for my team. And more momentum, obviously. Next up, I picked up Ditto because I thought that setup sweepers looked really scary against my team. You know, I have pretty big speed tiers and a couple of bulky Pokemon, but nothing that's like complete walling anything. So I don't have like any Blissey that's going to make it so I can't get hit on special side at all. You know, I don't have super duper defensive steel type that's going to be able to soak up hits. I don't have Unaware. I don't have anything like that. So I thought Ditto would be pretty nice. Ditto's another one of my Terra captains with Terra Normal, Stellar, and Ground. I thought that Stellar would be pretty nice because we never have to predict what Terra type to bring. We just bring Terra Stellar, and the first move that we press with Terra Stellar is just going to have 1.5 times attack. So it's pretty simple. I'm going to run Choice Scarf with not Limber. We're going to be running Imposter every single time. Next up, we grabbed Komala. Komala is our last Terra captain. This can be Terra Normal, Ghost, or Steel. So I thought this would be pretty nice as another spin blocker, and it has rapid spin itself, so you can get rid of hazards. Thought we might look a little weak to them right now with, you know, Terrifier on the Iron Valiant. We have Kilowattrel that doesn't want to run boots every single week. We have Chiyu, who also doesn't really want to run want to run boots. You know, I thought rapid spin looked pretty nice. Also gets like Earthquake, U-turn, knockoff. Really just good for our team in general. We have base 115 attack, which is really nothing to laugh at. It's pretty powerful with 95 special defense and 65 defense, 65 HP. It's decently bulky with combined with an assault vest, which I could definitely see us bringing. It also can absorb any status, so if something wants to Will-O-Wisp or Toxic me, I just bring Komala and it will not affect me because of Comatose. Then our last Pokemon, told you we had more Regenerator, so I drafted Tornadus Therian, which is perfect for our team. Used every single last point we had. This thing can run any sort of set you want. It's got Regenerator, can run Assault Vest with knockoff, U-turn, Hurricane, Superpower. You know, has everything. Has coverage with like Dark Pulse, Extrasensory, Heat Wave. You know, anything. It can run physical. It can run special. It can run, you know, Speedy Sweeper with Nasty Plot. It can run Complete Wall with Assault Vest, or just like running Bold with Heavy Duty Boots. You can run Defog. You can run anything. And it's just really great pivot for our team as well. We have a lot of momentum with this thing, you know, Komala, Thwacky, you know, all the other things that at the beginning. And this just really puts like the cherry on top of our team. I didn't need this. I didn't need the 121 speed tier. I didn't need something that's more bulky again. But I thought that it would be really nice just to free up our other Pokemon. So I could bring, you know, this and a Kilowattrel, and I don't have to worry about always bringing a max speed Tornadus. Or I can bring Empoleon without it having to be a specially defensive wall if I have Assault Vest Tornadus. You know, I just thought that would be pretty nice to have on this team, and good core. And, you know, looking at our speed tiers now, the completed thing, we have 125, 121, 116, 100. Then we have a little drop to 2 base 80s, 65, 60, 55, 48, and 30. So we have nothing in like the 80 to 95 range there, which I would like to have something, you know, 95, 96. But with 4 Pokemon that are base 100 or above, I feel like it should be pretty good. And I know base 125 and base 121 are going to outspeed 90% of the Pokemon that we face without any Scarf or other boost. We even have Iron Val that can boost our energy and doesn't have to worry about a Scarf locking itself in. We have Dragon Dance on Regidrago. We have Priority with Grassy Glide on Thwacky. We have a Mon that's going to run Choice Scarf and outpace everything with Ditto. And just our whole team looks really, really good. really solid. I'm happy with the way I drafted this. Get to use a lot of things that I haven't used. I don't really think I've drafted Chiyu or Iron Val or Slowking or Kilowattrel or Torn. And it's been very limited when I've had, Thwacky or Komala or Golurk. So I thought this would be a pretty fun team to use. We look pretty good on everything. One thing that I think is a weakness of our team, so don't tell everyone else this, we don't really have the best hazards. We have 2 Stealth Rock setters in Empoleon and Golurk. So maybe in hindsight, should have picked up a different ground type than Golurk, something that can set up Stealth Rocks, can set up spikes, can do a little bit better with that. We do have Toxic Spikes potentially on the Slowking, but I doubt that I'm going to bring that very often. I feel like Slowking just has 4 move slot syndrome already, so it's kind of tough. But we have 2 Defoggers and a Rapid Spinner, so I felt like that's pretty good. We have a Wish Passer in Komala. We have plenty of momentum on our team. Priority is also really good. We have Aqua Jet, we have Fake Out, we have Shadow Sneak, we have Sucker Punch, we have Grassy Glide, obviously. And then we have so many Pokemon with knockoff. We have a lot of taunt users. We have, anything that you could really ask for on a team. We have Empoleon with Haze or Roar. We have, plenty of like Toxic. We have a Thunder Wave on a couple different Pokemon too. And we have screens we could run on Iron Val. We could run on Chiyu. We can run, Weather if we really even wanted to on this team. We have a lot of different options. I feel like my team building isn't going to be too tough with the Pokemon that I have this week. And it's going to really force my opponents to bring stuff that's creative or, even predictable with like Choice Scarf. If they bring that, then I should be able to predict it every time. I feel like everyone should run a Choice Scarfer against me. I feel like everyone should try to run something to counter Chiyu every week, because if they don't, it just gets destroyed. They probably need an Iron Valiant check every week. I feel like a lot of things on my team just really severely limit the way that other people can team build. So I have complete confidence that I'm going to be able to have a very good run this league. So if you guys enjoyed this draft analysis, then let me know by leaving a like, subscribing, do all that fancy stuff, and I will see you in our first week's battle. See ya.